Hey, Cider Crusaders, please share this video if you enjoy what we've been doing here. So San Diego Unified, their sex ed curriculum came out the other day, and I kept an open mind before I went to go see it. I wanted to see exactly what they were sharing with our kids. So I went to the school's website, and they said that the lessons were provided by this group called Advocates for Youth, which is funded and supported by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and collaborates with the California Department of Education, just to give it an extra bit of credibility. So I was like, okay, I don't know anything about them. So I clicked the link and it brought me to their front page of their website. This was the very first video that popped up, the very first one.
Abortion stigma is the common idea that abortion is wrong or unacceptable. When lots of people accept this idea, it creates barriers for people who need abortions.
Okay, abortions are wrong, and no one needs an abortion.
We hear stigma even from those who are actually pro-choice.
Isn't the implication here that abortion is a responsible use of birth control?
Even supporters of abortion rights will create categories of good and bad abortions. But in the real world, everyone's circumstances are different.
Again, doesn't that imply that all abortions are good? Or, I mean, there's no such thing as a good or a bad one, so they're all, right? Everyone's circumstances are different. Who are you to judge? The video then says that there's a stigma about abortion that people don't talk about. They don't talk about the abortions they've had. Therefore,
that creates a false perception that abortion is rare, when really 1 in 3 women will have an abortion in her lifetime. With no one talking about it, politicians have free rein to create restriction after restriction after restriction.
Yeah, the implication here is that restrictions are bad, abortion good. Did you notice the on the screen there it said funerals for fetuses? That's 100% not true. Never happens, never has happened, never will happen, never been suggested ever. That is a total and absolute lie. We don't have time to go into it now, but it is a lie. Then the video says that doctors don't want to provide abortions because they can get attacked by anti-abortion people.
Abortion care becomes even harder to get, and that just creates more stigma and more silence.
Abortion care?
Break the cycle of silence and stigma and restrictions by speaking out in support of abortion access. We need to ensure that abortion is available in our communities. Let's come together to end stigma and shame and make sure everyone can get an abortion when they need one.
So again, she said we need to make sure that abortion is available in our communities. That's straight out, that's advocacy. How is that sex education? Again, this group is called Advocates for Youth. That's who runs the sex education programs at San Diego Unified, at least, and I'm sure many other schools nationwide, maybe your kid's school. Final thing, and in the comments here, I'm going to put all the worksheets that they give to the teachers for the kids. But the first lesson for sex ed is about transgenders and homosexuality. The very first lesson. The intro to the 6th grade sex ed curriculum says that throughout this curriculum, they will use the word they instead of him or her and refer to someone with a vulva as opposed to a girl. And they say it's important to remember that someone can have a penis even if they don't identify as a boy, or a vulva even if they don't identify as a girl. Do you trust these people? Do you trust these people to teach your kids anything, let alone proper sex education? Parents, I beg of you, don't be scared to talk to your kids. Teach your kids the proper information yourself. Please do it yourself. If you don't, someone else will. If you don't, these people will.